video, we talk about mitosis, meiosis, and human reproduction. And this diagram shows you a cell. Inside the cell is a nucleus. Now, this nucleus contains lots of chromosomes. That's the chromosomes. Chromosomes carries genetic information. It makes who you are. Now, chromosomes, they can be visible under the light microscope when they are highly coiled up. So when you look at these chromosomes, now it has got a centromere, which is the center here, centromere, and then you have two of those that's called chromatid. Now, this is replicated. So each chromosome can be replicated and into two of those chromosomes and joined by the centromere. Now, this is a pair of chromosomes. They look same size and the same length, and one from mother, one from father. So that paired up chromosomes is called a homologous chromosomes. So they're similar size and they carry the similar genes. So inside the human body, each cell contains 46 chromosomes, which is 23 pairs. If you look at them, they are paired up, one from mother, one from father. Now, those 23 pairs of chromosomes, they are similar size, 22 of them, similar size. They're called autosome. And the very last pair, if they look the same, XX, that is a female. If it's X and Y, one big, one small, and that's not paired up, that's also sex chromosomes, that will be a boy. So XY chromosomes represent a male, and XX is a female. So they all paired up, and therefore we call them homologous chromosomes. So it's a paired up chromosomes that contains the chromosomes of similar length, and the genes position is the same, and they all have the centromere locations the same. So it's like this. That's the centromere location. Okay, so that is the basic knowledge you need to know before you understand mitosis and meiosis. Now, let's look at what is mitosis, what is meiosis. Now, looking at this diagram, now mitosis, a cell is undergo one division. So the cell, first of all, this genetic information replicate, and then they divide into two daughter cells. So they end up still contains the identical genetic information. So they still a diploid, which means they have two sets of chromosomes. Now, meiosis undergo two divisions. So first of all, the chromosomes replicate, and then they divide into two daughter cells, and then those two continue divide again, end up one set of chromosomes in each cell. So that's called haploid. So it's one N. So genetic information at this point is halved. So that is meiosis. And therefore, the number of nucleus division for mitosis only once, but for meiosis twice. As a result of this, mitosis form two daughter cells, whereas meiosis form four daughter cells. In this case, we call gametes. Gametes are sex cells. So gametes in male we call sperm cell, and in female we call ovum. And when it is a plural, we call ova So that's more than one eggs. So that's the term for male gametes and female gametes. Now, where do the sperm cell are made? They're made from testes, man's organ testes, and the female ova are made from female's ovaries. So the ovaries on both sides of the human reproductive organs. Now, with regard to plants, we call pollen for male gamete and female, which is called egg cells. So that's for plants. Now, when the sex cell, they join together, fertilize, when an egg is fertilized by a sperm, we call it they fuse together. So that means the nucleus of the sperm joins with the nucleus of eggs. So that's called fusion. So the fusions of the male and female gametes, and that is the fertilization. That's called fertilization. Okay, so the outcome for meiosis is to form gametes which only have half of the genetic information of the parent cell, and the mitosis contains the identical genetic information. Right? So they produce two genetically identical daughter cells. There is no mixing of genetic information. And there is no joining, which means fusion, of special sex cells, which means gametes. So there is no mixing of genetic information. So they only reproduce themselves. In this case, we call it clones. It is clone themselves. Right. Followed by purpose. Now, mitosis is only for growth, for repair, and is asexual reproduction. Some of the single-celled organisms, they reproduce themselves asexually, so they just reproduce themselves, whereas meiosis is for the purpose of preparing sexual gametes, producing sexual gametes for reproduction. So, where do they take place? Mitosis, they are body cells. Yeah, when you grow bigger in size, each of your body cell undergoes mitosis. And meiosis is only happens in your sexual organs, these sexual reproductive organs and cells. For example, mitosis takes place inside your body cells. So tissues in your body, they undergo mitosis. And also for single-celled organisms, for instance, yeast, they reproduce themselves asexually, and therefore they also undergo mitosis to reproduce themselves. Whereas meiosis is to produce gametes. So in plant, we produce eggs and pollen, whereas in animals, we produce ovum or ova and sperm cells. My name is Jun. I am a qualified teacher of science in England, and I am a published author. My book is available on Jingdong, and it makes good gift. If you would like to support my work, please subscribe and hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, and I see you again soon.